Okay, this is a sunroom by, I don't know if it's Canopia or Canopia, Canopia, something like that, by Palram. You can get this manual online using similar names, same name obviously. I think I got mine from Home Depot. I've seen them at Wayfair and Menards, just depends. So you can see that. Just a couple of tips. Um, it's kind of confusing, contradictory, because it says that you need to square, which is obviously very important, square and level. And what I did, and you'll see it in pictures and the videos that will come, I laid it out all the way around, like they do here, all the way around. But I used a Sharpie and I outlined it because you're going to have to remove it, as you see here. So it's kind of confusing where they say make sure it's level and square, but you have to pick it up and take it out and put it back in. So on that note, that's one first thing. What I call these they call them something else, but see, it's not up here. Oh, modules, I guess. Arch modules, whatever. And I did these inside, as you will see. But what's interesting is, or helpful, page 18, 19, 20, 21, all of these pages have to do with the assembly of those arches. And what's handy is each corner, up in the corner, it shows what you are working on. So that's, I suggest studying this manual. It's thick. So I was, for hours, I was studying it. See, it shows you what part, what section, and then each page also tells you what parts you will need. So that's helpful. I did those inside, whether it's the comfort of heating or what time of year you're doing it. It was AC. And then the other thing that I did inside was assemble the window. And the third one, I assembled the door. And then just waited for them for their turn. I did everything in order. So that's just for starters. I got videos and pictures coming up. Hopefully it'll help you. Okay, they arrived in 2 boxes at Home Depot, shipped for free. They're very heavy, so obviously you need 2 people. I'm guessing, or actually they did, the 2 boxes, one was for the front of the sunroom, one is for the back of the sunroom. Instead of putting everything together, and but I took everything out and put everything matching in the same box, and it was very helpful later on because I got familiar with all the parts. And I'm guessing they distributed it that way because of weight. So hopefully that helps. So this is where I had it all laid out, and you can see the left side is overhang. Ugh, that was sucked. So I had to add a board. No biggie. So as you see here, the base form is secured down with the screws, but if you have to take it back up, as long as you have the outline marked, then you should be able to still be square. Here I had to take the gutter down. I was so bummed, but I ended up using what are they called? Rain deflector. Is that what it is? Yeah. Rain deflectors on the roof, and I'll show you a picture later. But ended up, because it was so close, I had to take the gutter off, and you'll see the exposed form. Hopefully you won't have to deal with these issues, but as you see, I had to take the frame off in order to make it square again. Okay, they call these arch profiles. I got it all screwed up on the introductory, but I got all the parts separated. The first one took like 2 hours. The second one took like half an hour, or the second one took an hour, and then last one, the third one, took half an hour. So I learned each one, or it took a little bit quicker for each one. Okay, that bolt will go under that. And then, where'd it go? That bolt will go under this little booger. Not easily, but maneuver. Okay, this little booger, you might need, well, here, got a knife right here to get that under there. And that under this booger. When the plastic inserts or slides into the other piece of plastic, it's so exciting because it's such a booger to get all the parts to fit inside each other. Okay, I could not figure out how to slide that D, which I forgot, 7951, slide it down because it wouldn't fit in the frame. Then, so I just, like that, it wouldn't slide down. So instead, I went on to the next step, which is that little T-square, and this is what I did. And it's nice and air conditioned inside the house. So I went ahead and already put these on, and then I'm going to put that on. So it looks like it's just resting on top. And then I'll go ahead and do the same to that and get back. Okay, so that was it. This does not need to slide in. Just place it on top of the plastic, and this is what slides. The screws from here. That's it. God, that was a pain. Okay, so I figured out how to get the rubber strip in. Only 2 sides actually, because this side is narrow enough for a pipe wrench. Side and the top. However, when I go to do the lower portion versus the upper, can't see it, I squish it. So I still have to figure out that. And as you're using the pipe wrench, press farther towards the back glass, the back of the glass, versus the front to seal it better. So it's back here. That. There you go. Okay, now figure out the lower portion. See how the plastic plexiglass, whatever, is not in the frame. This is what happens when it's not level. I didn't think to check the deck because it was built recently, but it had settled. All right, let's see how much this goes up. Woohoo! Okay. Look at that. Huh. Okay. got that piece in and figured something out. These boogers. This lip goes into that and winds, twist, whatever, and goes up like that so that the plexiglass can go in that little insert. As you can see, this up. However, look at the gap there. See how wide it is there? Between there. It wouldn't fit. Look at that. Extended right there. But on that, I realized something. Learned something. It's gonna be because of that. So make sure all your parts are tight, square, and level. I'd get the first one in, and then the second one, but then it missed. So the third one slides down. I have to go back. Ugh, 2 people is much easier. Okay, this channel holds the glass, plexiglass, and so it should be that angle. And I was trying to put them in this channel right here, but they should go in this channel. So it's going to extend over and out, which doesn't look right, but I zoomed into a photo, so yay. Okay, you can see that these channels line up. That's where the plexiglass will go. There we go. And then this little clip, make sure you get the right size. Obviously you don't want to go that side. Goes over that and drills it in, but this is what hangs over, and it doesn't show that in the photos. We found online a photo of this sunroom and zoomed in, and you could see that it was overhanging like that. So. Okay, it's been very helpful to leave this blue stuff on. Keep it clean, number 1. Number 2, you can slide it up and down. And I can show you if you can see where that's supposed to go into that corner. Now I'm going to have to lift this up and in. And same with this corner. It has to finagle between my finger. All 3 of those pieces. That one, and that one. You have to finagle it into the channels. Oh boy, it's fun. And again, you can see my hand holding it from the inside, sliding it up and down, while the second person gets that channel and screws it in. Oops, right there. There we go. Okay, try that. Okay, another thing I learned. Assemble it semi together. And then it fits in there, and then screw it. So assemble it first, it's easier. Okay, one more try. The instructions show that little guy, when you push it in, this should come out, and then you can turn it if you have a door going the other direction. I can't get it. It just goes in, not out. But I played around with this little booger, and if you push, I'm using a sharp knife, push it up here, then it pops out here. See? Like that. There it is. And then you can pull it. Well, I'm not going to risk it because I'm afraid it's going to pop out. But a 2-man job. Push this. There, you see that? And it popped out. So if you need to turn it the other way, I'm not going to mess with any more time on this. Okay, good luck. I was trying to figure out where this piece goes. You can see the piece inside. Whatever you do, don't do this. I locked myself out. Luckily I have a door. Oh. I learned how to become a thief. Okay, you see the metal You can't, there you go, see the metal piece up there? And the metal piece, there we go. Ah! Yeah. Okay, so the instructions show that pulled out and that twisted. Well, mine came that way. Maybe you guys will figure it out faster, but it was a blonde moment. You put the key in. Let's see. Ta-da! Not too bad. But that might be an issue. Interesting. Now it's quieted down. Oh, you don't see the water coming through. That was an issue. Now we know what to fix. Those 3 metal angle irons are called rain diverters. So it obviously diverts the rain from the corner. I'm guessing they are expecting all the water that comes in between here is going to go out that channel. There's no instruction to put rubber or anything in there, and it's just going up and under. Okay, I tried to clean all the debris out, but those chunks are inside the channels. It's gonna look yucky, but I guess you can't see it from below. So I'm just gonna try something. You can see, whoops, where'd it go? You can see the line. I'm just gonna use tape. It's not waterproof, but we'll see how it works. And tape from this side to that side, then go underneath and tape this and see if that helps the water. And I just can't believe they expect all the rainwater to go in this little bitty channel. Is that right? That's just a lot of water to go down the channel. We'll see. Okay, I did take the window off, and you can see the little groove, and this groove goes in there, and then that little channel, as you know, went into that piece. I just can't show you while I'm doing it. Okay, as of this video, and please ignore the gutter in the background, I still haven't figured out one issue. This door doesn't open and close easily. Hey, buddy. As you can see, there's no gap, but there's a huge gap here. And you would think it's due to those, I guess, hinge. Excuse me. I do have the correct 2 on the door and the correct 2 in the frame, but as you can see, when I have to open this, I have to literally pull. So I'm still working on that. We'll see if I can get it resolved and put it in the detail or in the description.